Walk into any house built between 2005 and 2015, and you'll see the same kitchen mistakes repeated over and over. After decades in construction and design, I can spot outdated choices instantly, and trust me, homeowners always regret them eventually. Today, I'm breaking down 15 kitchen trends that seemed brilliant at the time, but turned into daily headaches. Some of these are costing you resale value right now without you realizing it. Let's get started with number 15. Dark cherry cabinets. Pair these bad boys in your kitchen would feel luxurious. But that's a thing for the early 2000s, and no, your cabinets would not look expensive forever. Because here's what nobody tells you. Cherry darkens dramatically over time due to sunlight exposure, and you'll have noticed this too. Your warm reddish-brown cabinet would be blotchy with black spots by now. And your luxury kitchen would be looking heavy and dark. Or is dark your preference? Modern design has moved toward light, airy, open spaces. So, if you want to keep up with the times while maintaining your love for wood tones, you've got two choices. You could change your entire cabinet into white oak, which is the rave right now. White oak is natural and warm, but there is one more thing about it. It's actually truly timeless as it stays consistent over time. Also, the grain is subtle and beautiful without overwhelming the space. Light maple also does the trick too, and is versatile enough to work with any design direction your home takes over the next decade. But if you're stuck with cherry cabinets, painting them is absolutely an option. A quality cabinet painter can transform them completely. It costs less than replacement and instantly modernizes your space. So, dark cherry? Big no, and this next kitchen outdated trend coming at number 14 is even worse. And yeah, it's those darn overly busy patterned backsplashes. I know Instagram and Pinterest told you those bright geometric cement tiles are supposed to give kitchens personality, but no, all it brings is visual chaos. A lot of my clients found out the hard way that the bold colors and complex designs of those tiles compete with everything else. They told me they feel overwhelmed in their own kitchens, and those patterns are exhausting to look at daily. But it's not just this. Those tiles can be a pain to clean. Those grout lines between those tiles trap an insane amount of dirt. Within months, they all wanted to change those tiles. Only a few of them lasted about 3 years with those tiles, and it's because changing them is costly. You'll have to do a full renovation. If you love patterns, keep it minimal and organic. Try soft geometric shapes in low contrast tones like whites with gentle grays. You could also do large format tiles in neutral colors. Those are timeless and create a clean backdrop that lets other elements in your kitchen shine. They also have fewer grout lines, which makes cleaning a breeze. Now, if you are done with patterned tiles, go for tiles with subtle textures. Explore natural stone with gentle veining or handmade tiles in solid, muted colors. These create visual interest without the chaos. But be careful. If you play it too safe, you'll end up making this next mistake at number 13. White cabinets. White subway tile backsplash. All white everything. For nearly a decade, this was the safe choice everyone recommended, but that safety has made kitchens boring. Nothing about that design says this kitchen belongs to actual people who cook and live here. And unless you have incredible natural light from south or west-facing windows, all white feels cold and institutional. Plus, white shows everything. Fingerprints, dirt, crumbs, you name it. You have to constantly wipe surfaces to maintain decency. If you have kids, forget it. Quit your job and just become your kitchen's full-time maintenance person. If you don't want to do that, don't go for all white. Instead, layer in warmth through varied neutrals. Soft cream cabinets instead of stark white. Warm gray walls, natural wood elements as accents. This creates depth and interest while staying light and bright. If you love white cabinets, pair them with warmer countertops. For backsplash, move beyond the standard subway and go for Zellige tiles in neutral tones. You could also do handmade ceramics with texture too. The goal is to inject personality through color in small doses. So mix things up a bit, but that doesn't mean you should follow this next horrible trend everyone follows at number 12. Everyone wants the granite countertops with heavy patterns. In the early 2000s, they were the ultimate upgrade. It made you look classy, but the thing is, over time, those heavy granite patterns are visually exhausting. These patterns lock you into specific cabinet colors and decor choices. You can't easily update without everything clashing with that dominant countertop. And here's something most people don't realize. Granite needs regular sealing. Don't do that and you get stains that won't come out, including water stains. Let's leave all of these problems in 2025 and do this instead. So move to cleaner stone choices. White or light quartz with minimal veining gives you durability without the heaviness. Quartz never needs sealing, resists stains better, and works with any design direction. Also, lighter stones make kitchens feel larger, more open, and more homely too. And hey, like and hit that subscribe button right now to avoid crazy expensive mistakes. I've got more kitchen wisdom coming your way, and trust me, the next trends are ones I see in almost every home I walk into. I saw this next one at my last job. On that note, I'm moving on to the number 11 mistake, the closed-off kitchen layouts. Separate enclosed kitchens were standard for decades. This kept the cooking mess and smells contained, but it feels really isolating. You don't have to live like that. So, remove walls between the kitchen and main living areas. Add an island that creates a natural boundary without blocking flow. If a full open concept doesn't work structurally, create pass-throughs or wider doorways. Install glass doors that maintain separation when needed but allow visual connection. The goal is being able to see and interact with people in other spaces while cooking. All right, let's keep it moving to this number 10 outdated design that homeowners regret within 6 months: excessive open shelving. According to the Instagram aesthetics crew, open shelving looks good. It's supposed to make your kitchen airy and charming. But homeowners who did this have all said the same thing. Open shelving is a full-time styling job. Your dishes are exposed to dust and grease from cooking, so you are constantly rearranging, cleaning, and making sure everything looks decent. Then there's the clutter problem from appliances, which makes your kitchen look messier than it really is. Open shelves offer nowhere to hide the reality of daily life, so use it strategically and sparingly. One section of floating shelves for items you actually use daily, drinking glasses, and everyday dishes. Everything else behind closed doors. Glass front upper cabinets give you the open feel with dust protection. Appliance garages solve the clutter problem elegantly. Small countertop appliances stay accessible, but hide behind closed doors when not in use. Deep drawers with organizers maximize lower cabinet storage when you've lost upper cabinets. On that note, I'll be moving on to number 9, high-gloss cabinet finishes. High-gloss lacquer finish cabinets in bold colors or stark white are supposed to be sophisticated and easy to clean. They aren't. Every stain glares at you angrily, and speaking of glares, light bounces everywhere because of those shiny cabinets. Don't even get me started on the scratches. One scrape from a pot on that glossy design and you've got a permanent mark that catches light and draws the eye all the time. Stains, minor scratches, glare, and other imperfections wouldn't be a problem if you had matte or satin finishes. They also feel more sophisticated, timeless, and can work across multiple design styles. Don't forget, functionality beats trends. Forgetting this is why people make this next mistake at number 8, and I am talking about oversized islands. People thought supersized kitchen islands with more surface area and more seating automatically improved the kitchen. They quickly found out how wrong they were. Those islands destroy kitchen workflow by blocking the natural path between sink, stove, and refrigerator. They make the kitchen feel smaller and create cramped walkways. Building codes require minimum clearances, but even meeting code doesn't mean comfortable. Passing someone while they're cooking becomes a sideways shuffle. Are you cooking or doing an obstacle course? Even cleaning became more awkward. Let your island fit your kitchen. Instead of an oversized island, consider 2 smaller zones instead of one massive island. A prep island near the cooking zone, a separate breakfast bar or casual dining area. So, what do you think? Will you try it out? Coming up next at number 7 is the trend you should drop by December 31st, 2025, and that's the decorative range hoods with poor ventilation. Decorative range hoods are supposed to be an aesthetic statement. Instead, it has become a statement of poor planning, especially when they don't ventilate properly. Cooking smells linger, grease accumulates on cabinets and walls, steam and humidity damage finishes over time. So what's the point of having a hood? You need to prioritize performance first, then choose the ones with designs. Calculate the cubic feet per minute, CFM, you actually need based on your cooktop's BTU output. Generally, you want 100 CFM for every 10,000 BTUs. Insist on ducted ventilation that exhausts outside, not the ones that claim to recirculate or those that vent into the attic. Before you buy, test the hood before committing. How loud is it at full power? Can you have a conversation while it's running? Good ventilation shouldn't sound like a jet engine. A kitchen appliance like the hood shouldn't be a source of regret, which is why matching appliances coming up at number 6 is a no. Matchy stainless appliances dominated for years. Fridge, range, dishwasher, microwave, all identical stainless steel finishes. This was the baseline for upgraded kitchens, but is your kitchen looking the same really an upgrade? Is seeing every fingerprint and smudge and cleaning always really an upgrade? Be creative. Mix your appliance finishes intentionally. Black or slate ranges are trending. Panel-ready refrigerators that integrate into cabinetry. Stainless can be part of the mix without being the whole story. The key is intentionality. Choose finishes that coordinate without matching perfectly. creating a collected look rather than a showroom floor. However, if you have this design at number 5, no amount of appliance finishes would save you. And I'm talking about tiled countertops. This is one of the biggest maintenance nightmares I see. Grout lines everywhere, and it becomes a trap for crumbs, bacteria, and stains. You're constantly scrubbing grout just to keep counters hygienic. Those grout lines also sit slightly lower than tiles, which creates an uneven work surface. If you do manage to ignore the unevenness and constant cleaning, you sure won't be able to ignore replacing the tiles. All it takes is one heavy pot dropped or even a hot pan placed on it for the tiles to crack. Just save yourself the extra costs and get solid surface materials that have become affordable. For instance, quartz offers durability, zero maintenance, seamless appearance. No grout means no bacteria harboring, and genuinely easy cleaning. If the budget is tight, painting or refinishing existing surfaces is better than tile. There are concrete overlays, epoxy treatments, and other solutions that create smooth, modern surfaces without grout nightmares. And speaking of nightmares, there's no greater one than kitchens designed only for resale value. And it's the next trend we'll move on to. Have you ever found yourself asking, what will buyers want, instead of, what do I want, before making any kitchen decisions? If you have, on a scale of 1 to 10, how sad are you? And why have you trapped yourself in this nightmare? Because you are thinking of a resale, you play it safe and end up with a kitchen you don't love. And here's the irony. Generic, safe kitchens don't actually help resale as much as people think because they don't stand out positively. You should design for yourself with reversibility in mind. Bold backsplash? That's changeable. Colorful cabinets? Paint is reversible. Personal artwork? It comes with you. Invest in quality layout, flooring, lighting, and appliances. Make those choices timeless and high quality. Let your kitchen show a personality that functions beautifully. This will appeal to buyers who share similar taste, and you'll have enjoyed years of living with a space you love. It is that love that should make you want to quickly fix this mistake we'll be moving on to next. Number 3. Non-integrated appliances breaking up cabinetry. Let's talk about visual flow. Picture freestanding refrigerators, exposed dishwashers, and microwaves sitting on counters. What do you see? Appliances as separate, visible elements throughout the kitchen. Every appliance creates a visual break in your cabinetry. The flow is constantly interrupted. Your eye stops at each appliance instead of taking in the kitchen as a cohesive whole. And no, it's not pretty. Counter space gets eaten up by appliances that could be integrated or built in. The exposed sides of refrigerators collect dust and grime. That narrow gap between fridge and cabinets? Crumb graveyard that's impossible to clean properly. See what I mean? Having panel-ready appliances that integrate into cabinetry will be a game changer. Your refrigerator disappears into the cabinet run and your dishwasher becomes invisible. Isn't that great? But I admit, full integration isn't budget-friendly, but that doesn't mean you should allow chaos reign. You can still create visual continuity by matching appliance finish to cabinet style and adding filler panels beside refrigerators. You can also create appliance garages for countertop appliances. See how cabinets are important in kitchens? But that shouldn't be why you'll get overly ornate and detailed cabinetry. And I'll be talking about this at number 3. You might be tempted to get elaborately detailed cabinet doors, raised panels with multiple profiles, decorative corbels, and so on, but don't. Ornate details collect dust and grime in every crevice, and it makes cleaning troublesome. And those heavily detailed aesthetics? They get boring fast. If you don't want to be behind the times, get clean-lined, simple cabinet profiles that age gracefully. Save detail for hardware instead of door profiles. Beautiful pulls and knobs add personality without permanent built-in ornamentation. But if you love traditional style, choose restrained versions. Simple crown molding. Classic door profiles without excessive layering. Furniture details used sparingly rather than everywhere. Simple doesn't mean boring. It could be your key to timelessness and long-term. We've made it to number 1, which is the trend that's aging kitchens faster than anything else. Black and white checkerboard tile floors have that classic diner aesthetic, and that's where it should remain. Checkerboard floors in the kitchen are visually exhausting. They also make rooms feel smaller. That retro aesthetic they bring stops being cute the moment when every crumb and dirt shows on the white tiles, while every scuff shows the black tiles. You literally can't win. Also, the bold pattern locks you into specific design choices. Your cabinets, counters, and backsplash all have to coordinate with this dominant floor. Updating anything else becomes nearly impossible without the floor clashing. A solid neutral flooring that grounds your space without dominating it. You could try a light wood look tile or luxury vinyl plank. Also, large format tiles in subtle colors provide easy maintenance and timeless appeal. Look, if you've got some of these trends in your kitchen, don't panic. Most are fixable without complete renovation. You can paint cabinets, swap hardware, update lighting, and change Backsplash. Those changes might seem small, but they make a massive impact. Which trend are you tackling first? What outdated choices did I miss? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.